What's up, guys? Gonna break down every MK character in less than 10 minutes, every variation. Alien, and where I think they fit on the tier list. Alien, S tier character. Um, all three variations are really good. Acidic, Turcotin, and Conjurer. Turcotin has crazy meter building. You can build about 70% bar off of one jump in. He has up three, which is one of the best anti-airs in the game. You can do it late, early. He has damage. He has some of the hardest block strings in the game. He basically has everything. He's not really lacking in any area at all. So S tier character across the board. Is just really good. All three variations are solid. I think Turcotin is the best personally, but just a solid character overall. So moving on. Jason, I think he went from C to A. I give him an A minus in this version. Unstoppable has armor breaking properties now with the power up chain. He has a new string, his forward three, which leads into an overhead or a command or a grab or a hard knockdown. Well, leads to overhead or a hard knockdown or a launch. Um, so he got that, so you can't low profile him to death. Relentless and Slasher also got buffs. Slasher got a projectile buff, so he's definitely viable in this game. He's definitely tournament worthy character now. Kung Lao, A plus. I don't think he's an S tier character in this version. I think he took a slight hit. Still good. He just lost a lot of his pressure. He has to be played differently now. He doesn't get the plus 12 anymore. He's only plus 7 after EX hat spin. And his EX hat spin also has more hit advantage, so you can combo. Hat Trick and Buzzsaw didn't really get much as far as like buffs. Didn't really get tampered with too much, so he's kind of those two variations kind of still solid, but nothing too crazy or special. A plus character, still a threat, but not as crazy as he was. He's all right. Still really good. Jax, pretty much the same. I still think Wrestler's his best variation because of the threat of the command grab. He got some small tampering, nothing too crazy as far as buffs or nerfs. So I feel like he's still a A plus character. So nothing's changed there really. He's still Jax. Sonya, still A plus. Demolition got nerfed a little bit, but she got faster grenade reloads, and covert ops is still covert ops, and special forces can still win some matchups. So A plus character, just solid as hell overall. Let's see, Kenshi B character, not as bad as he was, but not great either. Got some damage buffs, got some better strings, some safer strings. Fix some of the gaps in his strings. Just an average character. He's a character specialist type of dude. If you want to play Kenshi, you got to just know him in and out. He's average, but I think he can compete if somebody, especially somebody doesn't know the matchup. You can definitely get some wins with him. I don't know how viable he is in tournament, but I think if you're a character specialist, you can definitely use him in tournament. So B character, average character. Katana, in this game with the way breakers reset you to neutral and the other things, I think she's a S character. She's still just as good as she ever was. Assassin got buffed, as if she needed any buffs. So I think she's a S tier character, especially in the current meta of MKXL, like how it's a little more defensive. Not much, but I think that's enough. And she was always like teetering on the. I thought she was an A character before, but I think she's S now. So, yep, nothing's changed. Scorpion, A minus character. With the ninja, I think ninjutsu's annoying as fuck to fight now. So definitely A minus character. The other variations is just they're alright. Hellfire got a slight low buff, so he's solid now. For me, B is average, so he's like A minus in my opinion. He's solid as fuck. Definitely, in my opinion, he's another character specialist type of dude. You definitely just want to like specialize in Scorpion if you want to like rock him in tournament. So, with the ninjutsu crazy buffs that are really annoying in my opinion, I think he's a better character, and the Hellfire buff. So I give him A minus. Sub-Zero, A plus with the downward clone buff, the timer being faster is a buff to his defensive game. So yeah, he went from about, I want to say a A minus to A plus character in this version. Melina A minus. Uh, she got some good buffs as far as she got some glitches also that they need to fix, but I think she got better with the instant air size and the other things. She's an A minus character. She only got buffs for the most part, so she's good. I wouldn't say she's great. She's a little better than B, so I'll give her an A minus. She's viable. She's another character specialist type of chick right here. So you definitely want to be a specialist if you want to use Melina. Takeda, S tier character. In this version, all his variations are really good. He's just solid as hell. He got a fucking faster down one, which is really all he needed. So he's just complete and all overall. So he's straight. Cassie, oh man, she's A minus. She'll never go lower than A in my opinion, just because of how she plays. Her fundamental game plan is still annoying, and she still has forward 3, which is an 18% safe overhead option. She's just A minus. She took some nerfs, but she'll never drop lower than A. I really don't care about this character, so I'm not gonna really talk about it too much. But yeah, she's A minus. You know Cassie, so. Jackie, man, she's still a B character in my opinion. I hate to say this, but High Tech didn't get the buffs it needed. She still has problems with her footsie range. Her normal range sucks. She got some smaller buffs in shotgun and full auto, but she's still a B character. She still is lacking as far as like having T-Rex arms and her neutral. Outside of full auto, I think in High Tech and shotgun, her neutral is lacking a lot. So yeah, she's still a B character. Tung Jin, I want to say he's an A minus character. It's an A plus. I can't really call it right now. Somewhere in between. He's kind of teetering in between A minus and A plus. He didn't really get too many changes. He's kind of the same character, so he's just solid. Another character you want to specialize in if you want to do anything in tournament. But yeah. Oh, with great joy, I want to say she's no longer an S tier character. We got Tanya here. Tanya is A minus. I think Pyromancer got some buffs that people are sleeping on. But her overall gameplay got neutered a lot. So I would say she's an A minus character now. I wouldn't even say she's A plus. I'd say she's A minus. Kobujitsu got some really unsafe strings now. Dragon Naginata is still extremely hard, and they actually got a slight nerf. It was already hard to use. Pyromancer is good, but I think overall, if you round up her 3 variations now, she's an A minus character. If you guys don't understand why, then maybe you should just read the patch notes about how she got nerfed a lot. So A minus, still viable, but I think you actually have to kind of like be a specialist with Tanya. I think Tanya actually takes skill now. So all right, Baraicho. To be honest, I want to say he's a. See, it's kind of early, but he has some serious movement issues. He has some problems getting in. So, I want to say he's an A minus character right now. His up close game is amazing, but him getting in is a problem. He got some crazy ass setups with the Fart Cloud, some pseudo unblockable setup. He's an A minus character, only because of his movement speed and the fact that he has a hard time against zoners. So. All his variations seem to be solid overall. They're all different, so that's cool. But he probably has the worst backdash in the history of fighting games, and his movement just sucks ass. That's the only reason he's not a S character. Leatherface, same as Baraicho. I think he's fucking crazy up close, but has some issues with zoning. A minus character. Pretty solid. All his variations are good, in my opinion. Pretty Lady's okay. It's decent for what it does as a zone and variation. So I'll give him an A minus overall. Predator, A plus. His other variations aren't that great. That's the reason I wouldn't give him an S. But his Q10 is still a bitch to deal with, especially with the breaker changes. So yeah, Shinnok S tier, in my opinion, the best character in this version of the game. He was already fucking solid as fuck. They buffed Imposter and they didn't nerf Bone Shaper. Well, they didn't really need to nerf it, but the system changes help him. The meter building nerf didn't affect him at all in Bone Shaper. I think he's the best overall character in the game. I don't really see any. He literally is like solid from him and right now. Yeah, he's definitely the best in my opinion. So I'll talk about that later if you guys want to know why. But yeah, I think he's the best right now with the imposter buffs and Bone Shaper not really being touched and Necromancer being slightly buffed. So, Kano, A plus character. All three variations got buffed. Really good character. You guys know why. Commando buffs, system buffs all helped him. Cybernetic buffs all around. Just good character. Johnny, A plus character. You guys know fisticuffs, all that good stuff. Got buffed. A list, stunt double. All his variations are good. Aaron Black, in my opinion, because they didn't nerf the meter building and gunslinger, I think he's an S tier character. All his variations are good as hell now. Marksman got buffed. Just solid overall. Has a command grab, has anti-airs, has pressure, has everything you need in a character, which is my criteria for S tier. So, yep. Liu Kang, S tier. Flame Fist became stupid. You can't. Shout out to Tom Brady. I was watching his YouTube, but he has a good breakdown of why Flame Fist is like really good now. You can't armor out of his pressure. You gotta guess every time you block the rapid punches. So. Dragon's Fire is still good, no matter what people say. So yeah, even though Duelist sucks, his other two variations are so strong that I think he's still an S tier character, and he just overwhelms you with pressure. He plays MKXL better than most characters do. He's kind of designed for this game. He's high pressure, and his frame forward 213 is still one of the best frame traps in the game. So Ermac. With the buffs to Mystic, I think Ermac is an A plus character now. Master Soul still hurts like a bitch. The Breaker buffs benefits him because it gives him time to build soul balls. Mystic is really good now. Mystic is up there with Master of Souls, and Spectral still decent. So A plus character. His only flaws is probably like against Heavy Rushdown, but that's about it. He's solid as fucking he has everything else he needs as a character. Other than that, so. A plus, not quite S, A plus. Kodal, I want to say he's A plus with the Sun God buffs and everything else. His other variations still solid. Just lacks wake up options in his other variations, which is why he's not an S tier character. But everything else is still the same, pretty much. A plus character. Not quite in that top range, but. Reptile, I want to say he's A plus still. Nothing really changed about Reptile. You guys know. I mean, he got some nimble buffs. He got some other good setups, but he's still like where he is. I think his problem as a character is just that he's very meter dependent, which is why I wouldn't put him in the S tier. Ferritor, S tier character. Another character, extremely character specialist type of character. Definitely need to like be a Ferritor player to really bring out why this character's so good now. Shit ton of buffs, was already solid as fuck. Has something in every variation. I think this character can fight every matchup with all across the three variations. So Devora, A tier, A plus. I mean, nothing really changed. They didn't really do enough to They didn't do enough to Broodmother and Swarm Queen. And Broodmother and what's the other one? Damn. And Venomous to make her like S, but Swarm Queen's still Swarm Queen, and I think if her other variations were more viable, she'd be S. She has everything as a character in Swarm Queen, but it's just like she's just too linear in my opinion to be an S tier character. She's too dependent on her Swarm Queen pressure and stuff. So Raiden, A minus character. Got buffed. Master of Storms is viable now. Shout outs to GGA Max. Fought his Master of Storms the other day. Displacer's viable. Thunder God's viable. He's just solid. A minus. Still has some issues as far as a far range mid that's fast. He still needs that. So A minus character. Nothing much really changed other than the Master of Storm buff. So he's A minus. Quan, A minus character. Sorcerer's really good now, in my opinion. Summoner took a hit. Warlock's still solid, but he's not like I think he fell the farthest in the tier list. I think he's A minus. I think he went from S to A minus. So, but he's still solid as hell. You have to be more of a specialist now to use Quan Chi. He's not like super scrubby like he was before. Goro, in my opinion, he's still a B tier character. Still just has issues. I don't think he fits in the game that well. Like as far as his movement and his other, it's still not good enough. You know, especially with all these new zoners they put in the game. So he still has issues as far as getting in and stuff like that. But he's B. Once again, if you specialize in this character, you can beat some ass. So I'd say he's a B tier character. Nobody's really C in this game. I think everybody got buffed to at least B tier. So he's if you specialize Goro, you can win. So, but just has to work harder than the other characters in my opinion. Trimmer, A minus, got hit hard with the nerf bat. Went from borderline. I had him at A plus, but yeah, he's definitely A minus now. The falling rock nerf hurt him a lot as far as his pressure and the crystalline nerfs. So he's still solid, but A minus. All right, Triborg. Smoke is A plus. Has some gaps in his pressure. Has some wake up issues, but overall really good. You guys know the bullshit. All right, Sector, like I said, he was S before they nerfed the up rockets. In my opinion, the up missiles. He has a glitch where if you breaker with him, he gets a free high low because he wakes up faster from a breaker than other characters in the game. So if you breaker with him, you get a free mix up. So that puts him in A plus at least, in my opinion. Still has good anti-zoning, you know the bullshit. Let's see. Cyrax, S tier character. He still has the damn pseudo unblockable that's still in the game. Damage he can do like damn near 40 meterless. Good pressure, good strings. Net has a huge hitbox. So yeah. Let's get it. Cyber Sub-Zero, A plus character. Was S like Sector, but they nerfed the hard knockdown advantage on his forward 2 and his 1-1-1 2 string. So none of his bomb setups are guaranteed anymore, but he still has amazing neutral with the dive kick, the ice bombs, the freeze. So still a Cyber Sub is still a A plus character, but yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Peace out.